And we're live one more time under, excuse me, trying to get that right. On a Jupiter day. It's a thirsty Thursday. I am your hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, the first child of God. I am the Lilith reincarnated. Ew. Ew, come on, Metatron. Come on. Dang, I thought I was going to get through a reading without Metatron. Not. What did I see? So that. Anyways, I am the Lilith reincarnated. I am your guide through the dark night of the soul. Welcome. Hey, at this very moment when I went to go on live, I've seen that we have 400 new freaking subscribers. It hasn't even been 7 days. God can create in 7 days. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I'm going to teach you everything that I can about spirituality. God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, and oh my God, what the fuck is happening? I am the dark goddess of hell. This is hell on earth. End of time. That's what's going on. Don't be so scared about it. We got like 35 years of this shit. We're going to work it out. I'm here to get you spiritually evolved. Ooh, the lovers. Shut up, bitch. Get out of my face with that shit. I'm going to get you guys evolved to get ready for, they say it's the second coming of Christ, but that's what's happening right now. If you know the books, the second coming of Christ is him and his judgment. Welcome to your karma. Think. I'm the chick that's running around hell telling people how to get the hell out of here. Why? Because, in essence, that's my job. I can only deliver the message. What you do with it is what you do with it. And that's what I do with it. I am a transmission to the bullshit. My chakras are all lit up. I'm going to talk about that. I've got a bunch of stuff to talk about. In order to pretend to keep up with me, you would have had to catch my previous live videos. I only do live videos unless I'm on some kind of weird restriction or something. All my videos are live. They're not curated. It's me. I'm here. Hello. I did notice... Forgive me. I noticed in last night's video, when I went to shut it down, it said there was like 10 chats. I didn't see any of that. I apologize. For 3 years straight, I've just been talking while the camera's been running. I don't really participate because I don't see anybody, or I don't know if there ever is, to be honest. And I did see you, but far too late. I've made attempts, like the phone is in a different, position to where I can perhaps see something if it happens. But I don't know. I don't look down. I just look forward. So forgive me. It's not that you're not important, because I'd be so excited to see someone and talk to someone. I just don't be seeing everything, because in those moments when I'm channeling, I'm just seeing the fucking universe and everything. It's a whole picture show, as an old person would say, that's going on in my head. I just see visions and stuff, and I'm just telling you as I'm reading and explaining all the bullshit. So that's me. How are you? Who are you guys? This is exciting. I don't really know. You know how I don't know? Let me tell you something that you might not know, because you're not a YouTube fucking, whatever we're called, curator or whatever. Unless you have an open subscription where you share your subscriptions openly, you don't pop up. So I haven't seen none of you actually pop up with a face or a name or anything. I don't really pay attention to that shit anyways, but I just want you to know your privacy is safe with me, because I don't even know who the fuck you are. I do go and look at the statistics, though. I'm always curious of who is listening in the sense of age group. I only care about age groups and genders. It's usually interesting to me. Location, that's kind of cool, but who knows? You could be using some satellite that's picking you up in Russia and weird shit. No, I just don't know. Some weird IP address. Just playing around. Anyways, so, hey, how are you? Alright, I wasn't going to talk about that card, but I can't get out of that card, so I'll explain that first. I'm currently in a certain state of this reality. I'm working with the Archangel Metatron. That's that guy in the gold up there. He was Enoch when he lived here, when he walked the flesh. He communicates through, this is his language. And I told you 26 is my number. During the awakening, you start seeing synchronicities, numbers. They're a frequency. I did a number frequency teaching, I gotta say, this week at some point. Maybe Monday? I think it was Monday. Check it out. Somewhere in there. Just read the descriptions. I'm pretty good about telling you number. But I forgot the 8. I'm not bringing all this out right now. Anyways, we're learning this current class that you just fell into. We're learning quantum physics, or the quantum realms. In the quantum realms, that's beyond space and time. So that's currently what we're learning right now. Welcome. We don't know. We're learning it. It's all about shapes and numbers and how that is a dialogue of the universe. How science and math is actually spiritual. How far have we gotten in? This far. I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out. What's the triangle mean again? It's funny. I mean, seriously though. So yeah, I've been trying to avoid him. He just keeps coming back with some bullshit. I really wanted to start with chakras. Do you guys know what a chakra is? Everybody say it together. It's fun. I want to hear it in all your fun accents one day. I can't wait to hear people say it. Chakras. Okay, those of you, this is as real as it gets. I need you to start with this understanding. There are 7 points of electricity channeling that happens within your body. Those are the chakras right in front of you. They are known by a color code and a location. The one at the very top of her head is called your crown chakra. Every baby is born with that one. Your head hasn't sealed. There's a soft spot in every child's head. It's the crown given by the Most High. That is a direct connection to God. All information from God comes from right there. All right? For you to see that information, that's in what's called your third eye, and that's that second one down. Right? So the top one is considered an indigo, right? And then the third eye is purple. And it's right between both of your eyes and your eyebrows. It's right between your eyebrows. A little bit above your eyebrows is where your third eye sits. It's a projection screen. That's how I see everything, is through my third eye. So I tell you, the images come through my crown, and I see them through my third eye. I speak them through that blue one, which is your throat chakra. Now, notice how the throat runs through the arms. All right, so when you're flipping someone off, it is a form of communication. Hey, hold on a second. Okay, not sure what he's talking about. I saw a comment, but I'm not sure. And if I get too far off, I will lose the whole fucking show. I see you. Hi. Let's just start with that. All right, so then there's the throat chakra. The second one under, or one, two, three, fourth one down, green, is your heart chakra. That's usually what we're working with mainly. Come tomorrow, we'll be in that thing, right? You got to open up your heart. Underneath that is your solar plexus, right? That bright yellow one, that's your virtues and your connection to God. Right? That's where your self-esteem and all your willpower and all of that comes from. Below that is your sacral. We do a lot of healing in our sacral. Matter of fact, I opened this fucking book and saw Sheila Nagig. I'm like, if you don't get out of my guts. Sacral healing is important. That's where we hide a lot of our wounds. We hide all of our secrets. We stick them down in our stomach. We stick all our feelings. We shove them down into our guts. That's where they hide. Right? All right. And then that last one is your root. Your reality, right? So that one lies at the very bottom of your spine. What we're doing all the time is we're cleaning out dark experiences that are hidden in all of those light places, in all of those energetic, I don't know what to call them, bro, channels, right? They're your plugs. And once you open them all up, then you become a white light like me, a light worker. And now you're getting full transmissions. They're just running through you. Your soul is completely open. You have to do this quite often, and there's residual energy that lies in all of them. You need them to be, in essence, you'd like them to be lit up like a perfect Christmas tree, brand new lights, but they're old lights. So all we can do is shine them up and make them look as bright as they can. But once we light them up, it becomes a white light. And that's where all this comes from. So during these times, and if you know what I'm talking about, I went through a tower. I did all kinds of shadow work. Shadow work is darkness that's hidden around all of these energetic points. It's hidden all through it. So when you sit there and you work your shadows, your chakras light up. And I say things like, My chakras are lit up like a Christmas tree. That means it's all bright in there, but it hurts. There's all kinds of energy flowing through my spine to where now I feel like Stephen Hawkins. I call it the Stephen Hawkins. When you've done this kind of work, you're like, oh, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with, like, maybe if you went to a chiropractor, because it is the same thing. Don't go to chiropractors, because you can fuck up this energetic field that's right here. Now, going back to me as the Isis, the whole question is, how'd you bring him back to life? Why did we do what we did with the organs? Because I knew what I'm teaching you right now, that if I realign those organs and realign the chakra points, put them back together in the body, it didn't matter what the body looked like. And that's why Christianity is always trying to get you guys not to do cremation, so that one day they might bring you back. They fully know this is possible, that you can come back to life in a body. Why? Well, Jesus did it. Hello. How many people have come back to life? They're not dumb. So they want you to preserve your body. So that's how that works. So I teach you that ultimately, but we don't speak about it all the time, but that's pretty much what we're doing. We're cleaning out your chakras so that you can be connected. That's your connection. You're a rainbow. Sure you wanted to hear that. Let me read this card. This card comes out of a little rinky-dink book called the Phoenix Oracles. I went to my bag of marbles there. Nope, we need chakras. What number is that? 7. Totally is my number. I went to 17, which is a house. I need a house, God. Give me a house. Alright. You needed 7, not 17. Stay on track. Reconnect to the universe source energy and ground your soul. You have received the psychic reading card of the chakras from the universe to remind you that you need to align your chakras and reconnect to the universal source energy. Sit quietly, collect your thoughts, and ground yourself with the earth. The universe wants to remind you how important it is to keep your chakras functioning at their full potential. Being grounded will always keep your emotional, psychological, and spiritual states of being aligned to and connected, which is essence. What's going to happen? You're going to open your Merkaba. It's an energetic field around you that brings in and pushes out. It's a really pretty cool situation. I'm not going to break all this in. We got too much to break into right now. There's lots of it. Just keep up. At times you may feel unbalanced, stressed, scattered, tired, unmotivated, prone to worry too much, or that you suffer from health issues due to your chakras being out of alignment. Each chakra point is connected with a major organ through the body, so it is extremely important to pay attention to any areas of your body where you feel unwell, as this can be an indication of you have a blocked or misaligned chakra. I use that as body mapping. If I don't feel well. So like what's going on right now? I felt it in my heart. It was in my heart chakra. My heart chakra was breaking. Obviously, I broke my heart today. And we're going to get into that. Your body contains 7 main chakra points that run. Now, once you align these, you can connect to other chakra points outside of yourself. There's Earth Star chakra points. You know what I mean? You can travel through the realms, all this. Once you get into the energetic field, you're in the field, which is the 4th, 5th, from the 4th dimension on. That's afterwards, after you align your chakras. And we have to do this daily. You have to keep yourself grounded to keep your, keep your lights going, because people will put your lights out. Really? Yeah. Let's see. The root chakra is located at the base of your spine and resonates with the color red. Sacral, orange, is located at your navel. The solar plexus, yellow, is located at your stomach. The heart chakra, green, is in your heart. The throat chakra is blue, located in your throat. The third eye chakra is violet and located between your eyes. The crown chakra, indigo, is located at the top of your head. These invisible swirling points of energy help you keep your mind, body, and soul healthy and vibrant. The universe is giving you psychic symbols to remind you to stop, sit, release, center, and meditate to realign your chakras in order to achieve your maximum health and potential. What does it mean to meditate? Chill, bro. You need to chill. And in essence, you need to go outside. That's the way to do it, is to reconnect with nature, is a way to reconnect yourself. You are a seed. You put your seed back in the ground, and you get rejuvenated. And that's it. When you sit there, it clears your mind. No matter where you are, bro. I don't know where you are in this world, but no matter what time it is, you can go outside and it will change your mindset. Now, if you sit down with your legs crossed and just breathe, sit up straight and just breathe, you start to have a spiritual experience. You start to release feelings and thoughts. They start going through you. You can close your eyes and get real lost in all your thoughts and feelings, trying to refocus on something, but this is just a release. And that gives you a chance to step out of your thoughts and see them from an outside. So you can start to balance your energy, which is your emotions. You're caught up in your emotions because you got too many thoughts going on and you have all of these feelings in your body. Stress, worry, anxiety, fatigue, I don't know, whatever you're suffering from. So, simple things like I can look at a person's body and know what shadows they're hiding, right? Simple shit. It's really funny. Like, I know a person that keeps a lot of secrets and I call him Fat Neck. You can literally see it. His neck got fat. What happened to Kanye? His chakras, bro. He's blowing up like a potato. Yep. It doesn't matter. You can't juice this, juicy. Hey, I'm not doing that with the camera. I looked down and saw it. Alright, so we're going to learn about that, and it's really funny. I know you're like, what the fuck is chakras? I know it's that Stephen Strange moment from Doctor Strange, but I need you to understand this. That's what we're working through. We're working through energetic fields, invisible energetic fields. And first ones are the ones that lie within you. What's blocking them? Your shadows. So that's the second thing I do, is we do all this shadow work. But we got a message from Metatron. Let's talk about the numbers and shit like you're seeing. What do you see? I went to hands. Hands on. Shut up. 26. Sorry, I argue with the spirits a lot. They don't shut up. I'm trying to stay on track and they're all over the place. 26 on 62. Seeing number sequences will guide and enlighten you. You've received this card as the universe is communicating with you via number sequences. Our entire world functions with numbers, and you were assigned your own personal set of numbers on the day you were born, and carry them through your entire life. These numbers can be very significant to who you are, what your future life path is, and what type of personality trait you have. Your entire life is connected to personal forms of identification through numbers. Your home has its own number as a part of your address. Your car has a number on its plates, your phone number, your PIN number, your identification number, your credit card number, to name a few. Your name can be broken down into numbers, and your life path can be determined by numerology. Each year is governed by a different number, and you will constantly see numbers in forms of time flashing past you. The universe is constantly trying to get your attention in many ways. Some people are more connected than others to universal spiritual messages in the form of repetitive number sequences. Everybody wakes up with numbers. I monitored them for the first year. I was watching them change. I would see them line up the same numbers. I would see them line up on the views would be the same on my TikTok as on my Instagram, and I would see all these number frequencies, patterns, always seeing patterns. I didn't know what they meant, but I was seeing them. Your loved ones, spirit guides, and angels also communicate with you via number sequences. Again, I taught the numbers sequences on Monday, I believe. The number card is a sign from above to remind you to be aware and open to the number sequences being given to you. Do you see constant sequences of 1111 or 2222? Do you see sequences such as yours or your beloved one's birth dates, anniversaries, or dates of someone passing constantly flashing at you? What are my numbers? I told you in this already. 26 and 17. All the time. All the time, bro. So 26 is here, but 62 is the mirror of it. Numbers are a sign that hopes and dreams are manifesting with your current thoughts. Be open to receive the numbers and be aware of what you're thinking, as your thoughts will become your reality. So, of course, again, he's still reminding us that he's talking to us. It's his language, and that's how he talked to scientists and the greatest minds. He used numbers to talk to them. All of us communicate with the divine through different things, but that's how he got to the highest minds. He used numbers. All right, so they're not amazing, but they were messages. Along with that, let's see. When I was outside, I posted in my community page that I had a bumblebee that flew into my purse. He flew out. He was fine. It's a whole thing. You have to understand the fear of the bees last year and how I had to master this. Now when they come, I stick my hand out like, we're friends. And he flew into my purse. And I was like, oh, time for work. But there's more to it. Again, the universe is always communicating with us. I teach you how. I'll teach you the numbers, I'll teach you the animals, I teach you the weather, I teach you how all of this is a form of communication from God, how it all aligns, shapes, patterns, people. That's what I'm here to do, is teach you, once again, the goddess, which is all that you've ever denied, which is your feelings, and God. God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, and all the gods that ever were, that were part of the sacred brotherhood of light. We're all of the light. But I'm a light worker. I am the dark goddess. I've been of the dark ever since my creation. But I send it to the light. I am a sending master. So I've done it. But it's like, there's no fun up there. Really? You'll find out when you get there. I'll see you. It's all fun and games. If you've spent your whole life being a sinner, then it's not fun. Like, wait, we can't do anything? No, but by the time you get there, you're already cleaned of it anyways. You don't even have those bad habits. But then you realize it's like, well, this is boring. You guys just sit around just peaceful all the time, like everything's great all the time. You're just singing music and fucking praising God. Praise God. All right, God. I guess this is what we do when we've hit this level of greatness. This is great. I'm going to go save some other people or something. I don't want to just sit around with you guys. You're all great and all, you had great lives, and I love hearing about all your greatness, but I'm going to go and try to, do something great with my life. That's how it works. All respect is due to them, but, there's them, there's me. They think, I feel. Keywords: communication, community, work, abundance, fertility, prosperity. The honeybee is an eternally loved symbol of organization, communication, and prosperity. Humans have been cultivating bees for honey and wax for centuries. And I'm seeing that beeswax candles are representation of Venus. I have a few of them left. I need to get some more. I do most all my incantations. I use the beeswax candles. And their importance as pollinators has long been understood and valued. They are an Iron Age artifact of early hives, usually made out of logs, which later transitioned into woven baskets. You can find evidence of beekeeping in the Bible as early as Egyptian ruins. In North European mythic systems, bees were highly regarded and sometimes considered messengers between the worlds. Honey was used to make mead, which was considered... See, there we go. I always need to put mead at the altar for my Eve, but I have no idea what it is, so I just put honey. I don't know what mead is. Which was considered the nectar of the gods and was shared with a promise, agreement, or treaty was to be formalized. And that's why I keep honey on my altar. Which one? Not here, it's in my car. I have altars all over. I pray to God all the time. Yeah, you should see it. People would get freaked out when they see that shit in my dashboard. Anyways, the bees' powers of communication are legendary. There's a whole Ouija board in there. For real? Mm-hmm. Not only are they able to dance, speak to each other, they are also thought to be sensitive to human language and social communication. One should never speak angrily or querulously around a hive, as bees may vacate if they sense animosity. There's a long tradition in many cultures of telling bees or chattering to them about daily events and news, as well as informing them of significant happenings such as a death in the beekeeper's family. Even now, many beekeepers honor the telling traditions. One way of doing this is to drape the hive in a black fabric if there is a death in the family, to allow the bees to mourn. If a beekeeper passes, their bees should be informed and formally invited to attend a funeral. Wow, that's very kind of you. In a reading, you're like, wow, really? Bro, there's ancient rituals. They honored the animals, bro. More than you ever could. Noah. Seriously. In the oracle text or context, the honeybee may be indicating that organization and communication are essential to your current situation or undertaking. I'm going to get into this story. The energy of the bee is productive and methodical. They work for the good of the hive and are valued for their contributions. Sweetness may be called for your dealings with others, and now may not be a time for sealing agreements, making commitments, or keeping your promises. As you move through the world, bear in mind the interconnectedness of all things. The modern focus of an individual can lead to self-centered actions that can be detrimental to us in the long run. Invest your energy in family, community, and systems of greater good, as these may be very things that will sustain you and help you build towards your goal. And right next to it is the blackbird. Okay, let's talk about this. So my whole tower was around my friend and having to face, the real reality of what's going on with her. And it turned out real bad. And then, as I said, after I got my job, which I totally got that job, I was outside, and she's out there, and her daughter, that's one thing about me, I don't care. I'm never going to be mean to the kids, bro. That's just unheard of. It's just unnecessary. They didn't do nothing. They're just caught up in it. So her daughter her daughter doesn't know that we're funkin', but she does. She comes over, little 2-year-old, walks up, and she is just telling me all the business. She doesn't speak well, but she's all blah, 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 blah. I know she's just telling me off. You've been fighting with my mom, and you guys are acting crazy, blah, blah, blah. I can just tell the way she's giving me the mouth. And then Morgan comes over, and she's like, she's trying to calm this down. She's trying to talk to me, and I'm like, look, dude, I told you. I tried to protect you. God said I shouldn't be messing with you while He's working with you. I was like, look, it's Mercury retrograde, bro. I told you that you were going to go back to a bad habit. Everybody did. Alright? It's not that you're a bad person. You just see that you have some habits that you need to fucking work on. And God said that you need to work on your shit, and I need to work on mine. But ultimately, not, bro. Not right now. I can't. She's like, but can we still hang out, like have cigarette breaks and stuff? I was like, maybe, bro, but you need to like ground yourself. That's exactly what I said to her. I was like, wash this all off and get yourself back to where you were. But in essence, it's a problem. I can't hold your hand and keep you clean. I asked her, I was like, dude, look me in my face and tell me you didn't go out there and get fucked up with your friends. So I did. She's never lied to me, and I was waiting for her to lie to me. I was so stunned that she didn't. She's like, I did. Alright. It's okay, dude. It's okay to relapse. It's okay. I want you to see this. What can you take from this? Understand this. That they're always going to ask you, and it's always going to be a yes until it's a no. She's like, when is it going to be a no? It's like, I don't know, bro. But it does happen one day. When no more will you say yes, but you'll actually be able to say no. And not because you're running from it, but because you've had enough. But you need to recognize that you're still going back to the same people and the same places that are doing the same thing. It's like, that's why I wanted to leave Colorado. It's like, you can't run from it, bro. It's going to be in whatever state you get to. It's like, I can't tell you how long this is going to be. I can't even tell you how long it was for me to fight my own addictions. But that's what you gotta do. I was like, one thing I did find out is there's no child care out there, bro. I found that out through my own experience. So right now, that means you can't go out and get a job. So you need to just sit there and face the rule. And that's not a terrible thing that God's done, as long as He takes care of you guys. He's made it to where all you can do is sit at home with your children. If that's all you can do, then dedicate yourself to her and her teachings. Get her ready for the world. Get her flashcards. Start, you know what I mean? I can't tell you how to be a good mom. Just being with her is being a good mom. If that's all you can do, then be the best at that. Stop going into the streets, because you spent all this time. When you weren't in the streets, you were good. When you go into those streets, you're not good. So stay away from the streets and just focus on your baby right now. And I was like, get yourself together. I got approved for my part, and I'll pay you to fix that shit, and, I got a job, and you just got to take care of you, and I got to do what God says, bro. And so, it was delicate, because she really asked me, she told me straight up, I did fuck up, please forgive me, can I have another chance? You always hope somebody will say some shit like that, bro. That just admit it. And that's what was pissing me off. Don't piss me off. Don't act like I'm not psychic. Don't act like God's not snitching you out. Don't act like God's not in this, bro. Don't act like I'm this type of person that just wants to be picking fights with you. Take some accountability, bro. And she did. And that's a good person. Somebody that can actually admit to their fucking... Fuck off, bitch. I was told to read this card. And it was right on the top. When people, come right, you got to give them a chance to get right. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, but I can't, you know what I mean? I can't be the only reason that you're not getting high. You gotta find your own reasons. And it was a huge thing, and I was very surprised that that's how it ended. I just didn't expect her to be honest. I already knew. I didn't need her to tell me. And I was so used to someone just lying in my face. Do you have to? So it ended a little bit different. But again, I stuck to my boundaries, and I still have to. And at the same time, here came Tasha, and Tasha wanted to give me a ride. Again, God said, no, bro. It's not that I'm too good. It's that God said I don't need to be in your energy right now. He's working on you. And as I'm trying to work on, you know what I mean, myself and my crowd, I can't be, it's not that. It's just like, I can't do it anyways. I will run some type of rehabilitational centers when I figure out how to do it properly. But right now, I'm not in a position to hold anyone's hand. And that's why I told her, I said, Morgan, I spend all day listening to God to tell me what to do. I can't tell you what to do with your life. I can only tell you how to give that kind of dedication, and you can hear him. She's like, can you ask? I'm like, you gotta ask, and it shall be given. That's what I teach it. It's like, you know what I mean? How am I supposed to really tell you what to do with your life when I'm listening every day of what to do with mine? It all sounds like I have the answers, but I let the answers come to me rather than my, what I think you should do with your fucking life. All I can tell you right now is focus on you and your, focus on your relationship with you and your daughter, since that's all you have. All you can do is sit with her, then sit with her and give her the best time you can give her. That's all you can do with your time. Stay away from the streets. Keep doing what you're doing that keeps this roof over your head, and let God talk to you. Hey, what's up? Extraterrestrial beings. I can't say too much about them. I can tell you that I have a connection to them. I'm not a person that just, no. They're extraterrestrial beings are fully alive beings. They're outside of our atmosphere, and when you enter a certain level of consciousness, they are aware. They are fully aware that you've entered a certain level of consciousness, and then it becomes a telepathic thing. That's what happened to me through this whole thing. As soon as I started waking, I became a messenger. When dead people knew I could see them, they came to me to deliver messages. It's almost like the Whoopi Goldberg thing, but it really did happen. So I knew nothing. I didn't doubt their existence, but I didn't have a connection. I never did any work with them. The Palladians themselves came to me in a book. I had, as I said in that post, I had a vision, and it's in my documentary. It was under the full moon of Christmas of 2023 is when this happened. I have this vision that I'm laying on a metal bed, and there's all these beings, and all I can see out of all of the typical spirit guides I see, deities, is Kobe, and I'm asking him what happens. Later on, going back to the chakras, I noticed that I have something going on in my chakras. There's something foreign. There's a foreign chakra that's been placed. And I describe what I can see and feel that's happening. I describe it as in the movie like The Matrix, where they literally shove that shit in his neck. I have it on my back. Who do I use to show this? It's between my throat and my heart chakra. There is something there that they literally upload information. They tried to do it through my crown, but it was just fucking white light, and I thought I was going to have an epileptic seizure. You clipped that, Tasha. Yeah, I didn't clip it. I seen it. I used to watch Tasha K. I really did. I used to be all low vibrational and watch her talk shit about everybody. I was really a fan of her shit. This came out of nowhere, but it was on point because I literally do have an experience, and we were talking about it. I had lost some subscribers talking about, if you guys know anyone that's had an alien abduction, send them my way. And when I said that to the universe, then next thing you know, I caught this video. I had never seen that video. And with that being said, there's people. And that's why people don't tell you the truth, because you're always going to call them a liar. There are many people that they are connected with. There is the woman that wrote the book. She was doing nothing more than scientific studies with dolphins. Understanding the conscious level of dolphins is what got her connected. As I go through conscious levels, and it's this whole tree of life thing here, I access deities. But they are live beings outside of our existence that are connected with not just us, but other beings. It's a telepathic communication. My transmissions always come around full moons. That's when it is. I'm the goddess of the moon. So if you think about the full moon and what it is, it's like I'm getting information, but then it's when it's lit up, right? So that's when I'll get it. Before or around the full moons is when I'll be getting messages, and I'll be guided to open that book. Is how that works. I don't go looking for them, but I've already seen that I have a full connection with them at Skinwalker Ranch. I've already seen this ritual that plays out and a connection, and we ourselves have a portal connecting here in Red Rocks. It's on the ley lines. So if you got on these particular lines of energy, you can connect with these beings. I know there'll be a black hole there, and I'm scared of it. I know that. I've seen it. You lose like time going there. If you go in there and if you go through that portal, when you come back, it's going to be a different time. You lose time going through it. There's a portal. I'm not supposed to tell everyone exactly where it is, but some simplistic understanding to that is what Nikola Tesla was onto in our mountains. He knew about the energetic lines. He had tapped into some of the ley lines, and he was trying to pull the source of energy from those lines. That was what he was onto before he died. It's another story. And where's the source? It has to do with the actual gems and stuff too. When they came mining our mountains in the 1800s, there was more than gold. That's where they found all of those, as they call them, moon rocks. They have energies. That's why people use crystals. They carry energies. You yourself are an energetic field. So when you put this energy with it, a magnet, if you will, it magnifies or magnetizes your energy. Sends out waves. So as far as them, they connect with you on a conscious level. And they are very much alive. And just like all of these beings, they work through a reality, so they could be here and then they could not. I'm serious. I'm very serious. They work through different realms of reality. They can be in the 3D, but they're not of the 3D. We live in a 3D world. They can visit the 3D world in form, and that's any spirit. It can take a 3D form, which is a form, but it's just a spirit, which is a conscious. So these aliens, as you call them, they're spirits, and they work through a conscious of a different type of communication. That's it. Just like, how do I see? I don't see a bunch of, I don't see Jesus walking across the room. I don't see dead people moving across the room. I can see into the spirit realms. It's a conscious level. Cool. Great conversation. What does it say? Why take Lilith on versus Isis? It's not my fucking choice. Isis already ascended. Lilith was my lowest version, alright? So here's the whole story. I didn't fulfill my purpose. It's so basic. I was supposed to play goddess to God's children, and I didn't fulfill it. Now you look back at it, and it still played the role, but in that was the perfect life created for me of joy and happiness. I didn't follow it. So now I have to come back as still a whole-ass Lilith and follow his rules. I'm known for not following his rules. I didn't follow his rules. So now, listen to this obedient ass bitch. I do what he says and talk shit the whole time. And because I'm doing what he says, and that's what it is I have this prosperous, peaceful, joyful life that was promised to me. When you step out of his plan, it's just stressful, bro. When you let him take care of it, then all is well. And that was what he promised to all his children. But as we became all-knowing and we wanted to play God and, no, God, I'll be a better God and you're taking too long and I can fix this better. Trust me, that's my whole attitude. I get that. You're a whole God. But if you let God be God, he can do it better and you don't have to stress yourself out. You can really be taken care of by him. Nobody wants to be his little baby. Actually, you really do. And that's how the universe sees you. So no, it wasn't a choice to be Lilith. I didn't choose to take this form. He said, hey, I need you to take a form on Earth. He, if you ask me, I think he trapped me. Nobody said this. Nobody said I was going to do this. This is bullshit. This is the life you gave me. This is some bullshit. And that's it. I could go through all my lives and tell you how I was pissed off at God about this life. I appreciate your conversation. Let me move on now. We're going to teach these people how to have some boundaries. Set some boundaries. So that's what it is we got to stick to our guns. We have to have, values, virtues, and stuff like that. We got to reset ourselves and, not let anyone cross the line. Ask for forgiveness is what I turn to. Hey, bro, I'm not going to fucking not forgive you for fucking up. I'm going to be really hurt if you keep lying and denying what's going on. But I forgive you, bro. I've been you. I done fucked up. That's what she asked me. How long will it take? Bro, I don't know, but one day you just say no. When you first stop, you fear it, you hate it, you want everybody that ever has anything to do with it to stay out of your life. You wish it would just go away. You literally, you leave rehab and try to run away somewhere that nobody will ever know that you were ever an addict, and you cut your hair and be a new person. Oh, you didn't do that? That was me. Okay, forget it. Anyway. Then before you know it, you're right back in the scene again. Sometimes, it's like any addiction, bro. It takes time. And every time you fall, you can't just use that as an excuse. Oh, well, I fucked up, so I might as well just be a fuck up forever. Nah, bro. And it doesn't fuck up your whole thing, too. It's like, I was 15 years clean, and now I gotta start all over. No, you weren't. You made one mistake in 15 years. Keep going. It doesn't mean you start all over. It means that you made one mistake. How many times have I said the F word in a couple weeks? Well, I don't know. Let's say it one more time. This fucking faggot over here. Okay, so I said it 5 times in 2 weeks. That's okay. Well, we won't say it again. Or maybe we'll say it 2 more times. I did it on purpose. Why? Because I was trying to show you it's okay. Or it's not. You know what I mean? It's as understanding as you understand. You know what I mean? And that goes back to the woman whose child fell out the window on the 7th floor. Will she forgive herself for that one mistake? It was one mistake that changed her whole fucking life. Changed this whole building, too. That's what they said. I was like, I got the letter. She's like, it's great, right? It's sad that, it had to be, one situation was going to change this. It was like George Floyd changed the world. One child can change the world. And she's like, one child. Because it was. When that kid fell out that window, bro, it changed everything around here. And that's what it is. Destruction brings change. But you need Jesus' forgiveness. How am I not going to give you Jesus? I forgive you, bro. Do you forgive yourself? Can you stop running around being paranoid and continuing to do this type shit? You don't need this shit. And that's what I was trying to show her. You weren't. You were clean. You were good. And look, this is what it took for you to be good. To stay home, stay focused, stay here. So stay, you know what I mean? Stay in your lane. It's hard. I forgive her. Do you forgive her? I forgive you. I'd be forgiven. You gotta forgive. And you gotta ask for forgiveness. Let me say this. When you're in the wrong or have caused someone pain, be brave enough to acknowledge your part and make amends. And that's what I said. I didn't want to hurt you, bro. I didn't want to scream at you. I didn't want to attack you like that. I tried to protect you, dude. Told you just to stay away from me. One of the most difficult things to do is accept that you have hurt somebody you care about, whether you've accidentally offended someone or done so knowingly. Be aware of the impact of your actions and what you need to do to remedy the situation. And what started was her ghosting me. And I was like, look, bro, look at the timeline. You just totally ghost me, which is fine. That's what addicts do. But every time you're going to act up, you're going to run away from me. And you leave me there wondering. And that's how I found the answers. I kept asking God, what is she doing? Why isn't she talking to me? Did I do something? Why is she being weird? Finally, he had to tell me the truth of why you were fucking standing off on me. I asked because you were being weird with me. And it made me feel weird. And then it turned into this. It was like we were best friends, and then all of a sudden you acted all weird and ghosted me, and then you come out doing all this shit. And I accuse you of it and tell you to stay away from me, and you try to act like it's not happening. Look me in my face and say you didn't fuck up. No, you're right. Yeah, I know. Quit tweaking, bro. What the fuck? The brain is wired to edit your story and recast you as blameless. It is uncomfortable. And no, I cried. I didn't want to say those things. I didn't want to call her a fucking addict and blast her in front of the whole fucking neighborhood first thing in the morning, bro. I didn't want to say mean things. I didn't really, but I just didn't want to say that. I hate myself for standing up for myself. I hate when it gets to that point. I hate myself when it gets to that point. And that's what I said. I'm crying there in such shame. I've raised my voice. I've acted up. I'm just full of shame. And, the Holy Spirit's proud and giving me high fives like, you did the right thing. I don't feel right, bro. I'm hurt, and I hurt my friend, and this is all hurtful. Everyone on earth has caused hurt and pain at some point. Even with the best intentions, misunderstandings can occur. You know that someone can be mad at you or disappointed in you, but they'll love you. How loved ones feel about you is not conditional on on you never making a mistake. But apologizing, making amends, vowing to change, and asking for forgiveness will go a long way to remedying whatever you do. Remedying it when you do. And that's it. Alright, I can forgive you. Show me that you can change. And that's what Diana said too. She's like, when you called me out on it, you were right. She's like, you know what? You saved me a lot of money. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, they stopped bumming off of me. Not hanging out with them and taking my kids away from here. I saved a lot of money. I have a lot more peace. The kids are better. What you said, you were right. So I go and I leave every day, and I don't hang out around them, and they don't come and bother me, and you were right. It's like, well, I don't mean to be right. When the card shows up, it's asking you to examine your own behavior and do some serious soul searching. Take a deeper look at some recent conflicts and examine your role in other people's lives and the potential hurt you've caused, whether knowing or not. Bro, they're going to make me feel really bad right now. And that's what fucking Kobe came with yesterday. You want to talk about why you always run away from people? Or why you always give up on relationships? Because it's not worth the fight. So then what did they do? They made me fight. I said I didn't want to fight. And they made me fight for what I believed in. It's easy to hold on to an idea that you were the victim in every painful situation. Always the innocent and wronged party. But start to consider the possibility that the other person sees themselves as a victim too. Yeah, bro. She got fucked over right there. She had her dick in her hand right there, and I really blasted her. When I blast you, bro, everybody's watching. It's really bad. I really embarrass you really bad when I do these things. I embarrass myself. I embarrass myself embarrassing you. I feel very embarrassed when I have to raise my voice and act like that. I know it's coming, and I just want it to not happen. I knew I was going to light up that fucking dude in the wheelchair. And when it happened, I was so embarrassed. Why did you have to do that? Why didn't you just say fucking no? Why do you always have to be so mean? I've hated myself for this for so long, guys. But it has to happen. As much as you don't want it to. This had to happen. I had to put my fucking foot up her ass. It had to keep getting ugly before it was gonna, to make it stop. And I hate that, bro. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'm good at it. You think I'm amazing, and I'm really taking a lot of joy in fucking frying you. But when it's done, I come home and cry real fucking hard about that. I cry real hard. I'm not Marshall. I don't feel good about this. I'm embarrassed. Why? Because I know better, bro. I want to do better. I just want to do better than that, than be out there. And that's what had happened. When everything's quiet, it's just me. And everybody looking at me like, what are you tripping on? Oh, God. I'm just going to cry in shame. What are you going to do? All you can do is see it and heal it. See it and heal it. And that's it. I could sit here and hate myself for as long as I want. Or I can sit there and understand that this is a part of me and it is viable and it's valuable. And even though I don't like it, it's important. This part of me, what you are getting to, that sets boundaries with people, is important. It doesn't come out of nowhere. It takes a lot to be pushed out. But when it comes out, it doesn't play around. And I hate when it gets to that point. And I can't take back my words. It's the biggest problem about what I do. I can't apologize for what I said, because what I said was the truth and I meant it. Asking you to forgive me for what I said is a lie. Asking you to forgive me for the hurt my words caused you is authentic. I've said so many mean things to people my whole life, bro. I'm seeing my sister and my aunt, the two that got me kicked out of the family. Oh, God. I couldn't take back what I said to them. The damage was done. And asking for forgiveness wasn't true. When it came to my aunt, I didn't believe I meant what the fuck I said. Our family would be fucking ashamed of you. All of our dead family would be ashamed of how you treat us, is what I said to her. And that hurt her feelings so fucking bad. She wanted nothing to do with me. And she didn't want anyone else to have anything to do with me either. That was the real sword in the back, bro. Fine, hate me, but don't turn everyone else against me. And she did. And then what I said to my sister. My mother abandoned them when they were toddlers. It was in the middle of a racial fight. My sisters are black, I'm white, obviously. And we were having a racial fight, and they always treated me like the fucking white sheep in the black family, right? They just didn't accept me. They always acted funny with me. I'm serious, bro. There's like 6 girls, and they act all funny. When I come around, they like start saying shit like, this is my sister. This is my sister. To my real biological. They act funny, right? So we're in this big old fight, and I'm losing it. I'm losing this fight against my family, and I say the meanest thing that I can think of. I tell her, you know what? I'm gonna fucking drop you like my mom did. And I hung up the phone, and I never talked to her again. I hit her with the wound. I hit her with a mother wound. So every time she thinks of me, she thinks about my mom abandoning her. She'll never see me again. She'll always see those words. She's a really good woman, and I believe she'll forgive me, but to be able to be in my face, she's not a fake woman just like me. She can forgive me, but she won't be in my face. And that's where it ended with me and my sister. I couldn't take it back. I was in the bay, and she knew I was there, and she was kind of, she's very respectful. She was kind of tiptoeing around it, being respectful, knowing I was there, but still kind of reaching out, she's hella nosy. Christine being everybody business. She want to see what's going on. Where the fuck? How come Lisa over at So-So's house? Where the fuck? She got her dog there and her kids. What's going on? A part of her wants to feel sorry for me. They know I'm a good person and that I shouldn't. What the fuck is going on with Lisa? I know she cares enough to be like, what do you mean she lost her house and she's homeless, and what the fuck is going on with Lisa? She wants to know. But at the same time, we ain't talked. And I want to talk to her, but I know that I can't because of what I said. And I tell Sophia, it's like, an apology doesn't make that go away. Sometimes, guys, the things you say can't be taken back. It's not that they're unforgivable, but they will damage a relationship forever. Sometimes, depending on the person. Sometimes, bro. Sometimes. Like, I can forgive you, but every time I see you, I'm going to remember what you said to me. You could say that's unhealed, but it's seared in the memory. I personally don't have memories like that, but others do. They just see it. They see it. Every time they hear your name, they see that memory. Forgiveness, that's why Christ is so important. You've got to know that somewhere in the universe, you are forgiven for your mistakes. That's why I teach you forgiveness through Him. I'm not here to make you a Christian, bro. You're rarely going to see me pull the Bible out. I am a devout Christian before I became spiritual. I'm here to teach you Christ consciousness, to live your life like a Christ being, a Christed being. Not to be Jewish or any of that. It's just in the message, which is love, compassion, understanding, forgiveness. I could say that I'm here to teach you the Krishna, the Buddha, the Metatron, the Melchizedek consciousness, but they were all part of Christ, and that's why it's like, let's just go to the source of straight kindness. That's what I'm here to teach you, and it comes with forgiveness, bro. His whole message is about you can be forgiven. Before Him, the world didn't believe in forgiveness. They believed in atonement. That's what He brought. And if you accepted it, you could literally walk in it. You could walk in this belief that God says I'm okay. Even though if you don't, you'll never forgive me. Jesus said that I am forgiven. And you need that power to keep your head high when others want to knock you down for what you've done or said. I was coming from a hard place, bro. I was losing a battle. I thought that this was the way out. If I was going to go out, I wanted to go bang. I just didn't know that I was going to blow your heart off. And I'd have to sit here and watch you walk around like that for the rest of my life. Forgive me, dude. I knew what I was doing. I just didn't know how bad it was going to hurt us both. Sometimes you fully know that what you're about to do is going to hurt someone. You just really don't know how bad that hurt is going to hurt both of you. And that's where atonement still needs to be there. Sometimes you just need to ask for it just so you can feel free again. You just want to tell those people, I'm sorry. I know this means nothing to you. My words mean nothing. But in my heart, I really feel bad for what I've done, how I've wronged you. That means a lot, bro. You can change the world. Forgiveness changes the world, bro. How can I not forgive you when God's forgiven me? And then you don't ask the fucked up question. How many times do I gotta forgive him, God? Don't ask that. How many times do you want God to forgive you? Do unto others as He shall do unto you. Give Him a chance. Not to fucking, don't get hurt. Stand back, but give them chances. They need chances to grow. They need chances to learn from their mistakes. They're children. No matter what size or shape they are, they're children, just like myself. Alright, let's talk a little bit about setting boundaries, and I'm going to close this up. I want to transform your life. Yeah, do that too. Just kidding. Let God do that. And again, God is great. Everything is great. You're like, I'm not the type to be like, oh my gosh, look at all my great things. No, look at what God's done, dude. Why is all these great things happening? Lots of hard work and determination. I spent 3 years being humble and poor and obedient to get to this place where now He says I'm ready to have some freedoms. And He's giving me those freedoms. But nah, I was fucking spiritually locked down just like the rest of you. Having clear boundaries, guarding your time, and being able to say no is an honoring of yourself and will protect you from burnout, resentment, and despair. I feel like we read this, and that's why it was on the top. Did we, guys? Alright, I'm going to jump over here. Beware of vampires. It's not always physical things you need to... Yep, I'm about to upload a video like this. You need to guard against. Sometimes your energy you need to protect. Psychic vampires are those people who drain you dry energetically. They feed off your empathy and your willingness to listen to them and constantly demand your attention. That's what people do with me all the time. They love that about me. They can sit and dump me. Look, listen. They dump all their problems on you and expect you to fix their life. Although they won't take your advice since it's the drama they crave, not a solution. They need your endless reassurance to give none and give none in return, are manipulative and self-centered. Okay, that's what I said. You're being two-faced and you're fucking, backstabbing and you're using me. For that, you come to me, and that's what they do all day. They come and tell me how fucked up their life is, come dump me with it, and I tell them, what God's trying to do and make them feel all better, why they make me feel bad with their stupid-ass stories. And then they feel all better, and then they go in to their life and go do some other stupid shit and come tell me again. And that's what I told her. I can't do this with you every day. You have to sit with God every day, not me. I'm not your messenger. Not like that. If you do summon the courage to question the imbalance in your relationship, they will twist things around until you end up feeling so guilty that you apologize and resume your role. And that's it too. It's like, no, you're on your period and you're blowing this out of control and you're doing all this. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah. Look me in my face. Tell me I'm making this shit up. Despite it being them at fault, not you. On top of the emotional drain, being the victim of their toxic behavior is so stressful, it can cause physical health problems and impact your relationships. And that's where I am. I am so burnt out dealing with your ass today. Psychic vampires are very easy to identify. They are the ones who tell you how much better they feel after they spent time together. Yeah, bro. You make them, and that's why people want to be around me. I said this like yesterday. I make people feel better in their problems. I'm supposed to, though. I take all your bullshit and I make you feel better, which is okay. I can give you that light, but you got to keep that light burning. Don't keep coming back to me, sucking me dry. And that's what it is. They're vampires. You know what I mean? She'll come back, and that's why I said they'll come back. They always come back. They need my light. They need my hope. They need my inspiration. They need my creativity. They need me to tell them everything's going to be okay. They need me to tell them they're forgiven and they're doing okay. I get it. God wants me to nurture them, but at the same time, you're fucking draining me dry here. Please note this does not refer to a friend who vents after a tough day or voices their frustrations at a specific situation. Friends should be able to vent to each other, work on solutions together, and help encourage one another. The difference is that energetically balanced. You both feel listened to and supported, and that's where Diana came in. I'm drained, bro, and she was there to lift me up. Like that, this is new. I appreciate you being there and being able to pick me up when I needed a pickup. Just someone to listen to. Instead of not, you know what I mean? Someone always dumping me, somewhere I can dump. Sorry. Whole bumpkin, huh? You both feel listened and supported, as opposed to the completely one-way flow of energy in the cease of a psychic vampire. If you still want to keep this person in your life, and please know that ceasing contact is a worthy option, but if it's unavoidable, try these tips. So, there's some tips to it. I'm not going to read all this. Why? Because I'm really getting drained. Alright, fine. Set an intention to safeguard your energy. Then visualize an impenetrable ball of light, a circle of fire, or a mist of spinning gold energy surrounding you. I learned this in the beginning. Most witches cast a circle before they do anything. I started putting a ball of light around myself, to where I have the belief that it's around us all the time. Wear black onyx, black jade, or black tourmaline pendant. It's one of my first stones. I have a black obsidian. No. Yeah. To protect yourself and your energy and have in your pocket or bag. Channel the fiery protective goddess of the powerful artwork, which is you can channel through this card, the Lady of Avalon, to help you say no. And wield your sword simple and direct, right? Be the Queen of Swords. Spritz a blend of lavender, juniper, and rosemary essential oils around your body to shield yourself energetically. Again, rosemary is good. Juniper smells. I'm gonna get me some. That shit smells so good. I have juniper berries. They just pop and burn. They're not the best. But actual juniper smells so good to burn. I need to go get some. And I'm out of lavender. Breathe. I haven't gone to the ISIS bookstore. I went to the other one. I should probably do that tomorrow. Work out whether there is a level of connection that doesn't totally deplete you and limit your exposure to them. And that's it too. She's like, can we just like still hang out and have cigarettes? Yes, and as long as you're not going to dump truck me every time you come out. After, alter the way you respond. Interrupt their dialogue with I'm so sorry, but that must be difficult. Then change the subject. Each time they try to revert to their own woes, change it back again. It can be hard at first, but it will get easier, which is you're directing the conversation. You're changing the tone. If you repeatedly offer solutions to their problems and they ignore before continuing the same stream of complaints, tell them you can revisit the topic after they've tried your suggestions. Meaning, I'm not going to talk about this until you've actually done what you know what I mean, actually tried this. That's what I told her too. I told her the other day. I was like, get you a fucking pen and paper and start taking notes. You know what I mean? Start making lists. And she right away was like, no, every time I try to do that, my daughter gets into my bag and she rips up my papers. I was like, all right, then get both of you one. So every time you pull out your pen and paper, you have her make a list. Do it together as an activity so that she doesn't have to take from your activity but be part of it. Make it an activity you both do. All right, come on, Shell. Let's pull out our list. Let's see what you got to do and start teaching her a list and teaching her what she needs to do. Pick up the shoes. Put the blankie up. Put up, you know what I mean? Teach her stuff to put on her list. Work together. I know she's only 2, but she's smarter than she looks. That little girl is very smart. Understand that you don't think that they don't think the same way you do. They'll never take responsibility for their actions, and they don't think they're doing anything wrong. In fact, they'll be outraged if you suggest this. You won't be able to change their behavior, so you will have to change yours, or in extreme cases, break off all contact together. And that's what Kobe said. Why do you walk away from relationships? Why do you give up on relationships? It's just too much, Kobe. I told him, and I was the end of the conversation. I knew all he wanted was an answer. Here's the answer. Now watch it play out. It's a lot of work, bro. It's draining. Stand your ground. There is a chance that some people will respond badly to you setting healthy boundaries. Bro, those text messages are hideous. Because they prefer it when they could walk all over you. Sophie did the same thing, bro. I never even read those messages. She sent me paragraph messages about that shit. Again, when you tell a person about themselves, bro, they're gonna rip your fucking head off. Most people will understand and will even be grateful knowing that when you do something now, you generally want to do it. It can be tough being friends with someone with no boundaries, as you're never sure they'll really want to do what they suggested, or slightly resenting you for it. That's those people pleasers. Yeah, I'll help you move. And then they do it and they're giving you bad looks. And then when they leave, they talk about, how they didn't want to help you. Like, why'd you even say you were going to help me if you didn't want to? Because you were too much of a coward to say no? You should have just said no. Simple things like, I gotta be honest. My kids are, they're very understanding. They saw I had a rough day. I want to celebrate. Let's go get some food. They're hungry. Let's go get some food. And I'm like, I love Chinese food. Do you guys want Chinese food? Okay. They don't fucking want Chinese food, bro. They don't want fucking Chinese food. So I get out there and I realize there's a Pizza Hut. I was like, you guys want pizza instead? She's like, yeah. I was like, all right, I'll get you guys pizza. And I'll get myself Chinese food. In essence, you're going to piss me off if I spend $40 on Chinese food and you don't eat any of this. Where I'd rather spend fucking $20 on your pizza and $10 on my Chinese food and da-da! I actually spent $40 on food anyways. But it doesn't matter. At least everybody was happy. Don't tell me you want something when you don't want it. You're just trying to make me happy. That's not making me happy. Wasting my time, my money, and my energy. Tell me the truth. What do you want? What the fuck do you want? In the essence. My son always wants pizza. There's plenty of it. Check your values. Be brave enough to be honest. No is a complete sentence. You don't always have to explain a no. We're going to stop there. Why? Because I'm tired, bro. Alright, let's see what's in the comments here. What am I reading? I'm reading out of the Practical Magics. This is a whole... Bro, look at this. These are chapters. You should really get this. These are chapters of awakening. Everything I read is to help you awaken and growth. And these are chapters. This was the beginning. This was year 1. I would go through these. There's like 5 pages to each card. So you can do them in a week. Or you can literally make one. I mean, you could do some serious teachings. There's, this is where it teaches you like the purifying, ritual baths. It's going to teach you about working with herbs and oils. It's going to teach you about working with stones, how to do meditations, how to work with moon energy. All of them teach you this. This is a really good one to start with. It's not hard to read. Matter of fact, let me read this right here. We're going into Lugnasa, the first day of autumn. It's gratitude. The southern hemisphere is the first week of February, but here it's the first week of August. Cross-quarter day of Lugnasa marks the end of summer and the beginning of autumn. It is the first harvest festival, traditionally a time of feasting and of thanksgiving for life's giving properties of grain and nature's bounty, as well as recognition of the cycles of sowing and reaping of the crops. What's happening right now is I'm just reaping a lot of rewards for all the hard work I've put in. That's it. It's also a time to honor the things that have grown and created in your life, to harvest the fruits of your labor and acknowledge your success and what you've achieved in the past year. It's weird. As far as my channel, I was at 480 subscribers, and all of a sudden we jumped up to another 400 in 1 week, and that's because of this. You're reaping the rewards. I hope to keep you here in the sense of I'm not trying to monetize off of you. I'm here to help a lot of people. That's a lot of people, dude. I don't know. I'm excited. It's a little nerve-wracking. I'm trying to, keep my shit together. As the energy begins to subtly slow, this will be a time to be patient and to trust that everything is as it should be, because there are still harvests to come. Not everything has to be achieved right now. Some things take longer to manifest. The lesson of the Wheel of the Year is that everything continues. Everything happens when it should, and everything is eternal. Named for the Irish god La. We pulled his card. It was a cool card. The Lugnasa festival is known for lamas, the Old English loaf mass, in reference to breads baked from the first harvest. I'm a carby girl. I can tell you I have all kinds of bread over there. I have some non-bread. Today I had... I'm gonna regret that. I had blueberry muffins, or blueberry fucking bagels with pecan honey cream cheese. I have all kinds of bread. I'm a bread and butter type of girl. So that's what's happening, and then in September 22nd we'll reach the Mabun, which is the autumn equinox. So believe it or not, we're leaving summer. Thank God. It was a hot girl summer. Just kidding. This bitch. No, I had the best summer. It was nice and cool here in Colorado. I'm grateful for, that it's over and bring on the, the cold weather. Now, with that being said, I wanted to go into this, but I'm not. We had been talking about the Morgan. We are in the stage. This is my Bible, bro. This is my Bible. You can't even read it because I read it so much. It's called Reclaim Your Dark Goddess, The Alchemy of Transformation by Flavia K. Peters. We are currently on stage 12, The Morgan, Initiation of Battle and Sovereignty, page 217. This is where we teach personal boundaries, claiming sovereignty, and taking control. Alright, this is your Queen of Swords. Alright, so you'll have to catch my other video from yesterday. I am the Morgan, that was my last life. I'm going to bring you up to speed. I found out I had a child that they killed because he was doomed. It's like, well, that's not a new story in any of my lives. Anyways, we're going to teach you how to deal with forgiveness. Seeing red, go figure, we talked about that in my Kali card today. Battles and boundaries, some magical shit. We'll do some invocations, more about setting boundaries and claiming your sovereignty. Banishing ritual, we might need to banish some of these bastards. And exercise to release the hurt. Exercise to define your boundaries. So this is a whole chapter. I'm not going to start it today. Tomorrow's Friday then. So we're going to have to reassert our boundaries. Queen of Swords, motherfuckers, pull out the sword. Ha! That's a funny story. Don't really. I think they're illegal. I'll let you know. If you see me go to jail for it, just know that, I don't have a lawyer. Call Johnny Cochran or something. I'm still trying to make it through this video, bro. I know I lived through this shit. I was fully alive when the O.J. Simpson thing happened. I was quite young. I remember seeing that shit on the news and shit. This shit really makes no sense to me as an adult. I'm really like, it's like I've never known the story. I know how it ends, but it just doesn't make sense. How do we go from here to there? Do you guys think that this wasn't real, that O.J. didn't kill his wife? Okay, so now once you know that he did kill his wife, and you know that he got away with it, then you want to know, how did he get away with it? I'm telling you, this is unbelievable shit. Really? If we would have done that, he said, I'm just saying, bro, it is unbelievable. Then they're like, no, it was this white racist cop that planted it on him. Wait, what? These stories are great, dude. It's like, we lived through this. We need to go back and relive this. This makes no sense now. I'm wise now. I'm wise to this. I'm pretty sure OJ died, right? Damn it. I want justice. Just kidding. I'm talking shit. With that being said, I love you guys. Welcome to the Freak Show. I will catch you guys. Tomorrow's Friday. We're going into more shadows. Even if we weren't dealing with them today, they come again tomorrow. They're coming. What's a shadow? It's a part of you that you're denying, that you're trying to hide from others, that really exists, that needs your love and attention, because it just keeps exploding out of you at the wrong moments. You're gonna explode on another person? I might. I hope not. When's this retrograde over? When am I gonna stop acting like an old version of myself? What is that?
What do you think it is?
That's inappropriate. That's very inappropriate. Don't put it on my channel. I'll get flagged for that.
You're gonna get flagged for
Which
saying
flag?
slur.
Which flag do we? I know, right? Which flag do we wave for that one?
Ooh.
Anyways, hey, it's the white flag. That's what I heard. That's inappropriate too. Jesus. Black Lives Matter. You know. I'm just saying that if somebody got the wrong idea of that. Oh, and the F word? Yeah, bro. I was raised in the 90s, and we thought that was a word to describe stuff. It never was referring to a gay man, but I use it all the time referring to my ex-husband who turned out to be gay. It's the only reason I let that word out. I keep calling him that word. God said to stop using it. I don't know what else to call him. Wouldn't you call him that? Ah, don't do it. God will get mad at you. I'm trying to stop. If I can't call him it, and his kids can't call him it, then you can't call him it. So stop calling people names that hurt them. No, oh yeah, before we go.
You have 3 of them over there.
No, he only gave me 1. They're shiesty as fuck.
There's like 3 of them over here.
No, I did have them, but I opened my fortune and I ate it. I ate my children. Here. I just want the fortune. You can have the cookie.
Yeah, I wanted it.
Give me my fortune. It's being harsh. It won't give it to me.
Just pull it.
No, here, take the cookie. What did it say,
One
guys?
side has Chinese numbers.
Good fortune smiles upon you.
Wow.
That's what's happening right now. Oh, there's no fortunate numbers. That's what's happening to me. Why? Because the wheel has turned and I'm on the good side of it. I was on the other side for like years. It's not a great side to be on. Plus, we've got the Lion's Gate. It's all fortunate for, like, I told you. It's going to be all dark and all light at the same time. Hey! See you tomorrow. Love you. Later. Bye-bye now.